Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has accused countries such as France of double standards over human rights and international law, criticising its support for Israel and its stance toward Iran. In a post on X, Araghchi said France should stop lecturing the world on human rights, calling its position blatant and embarrassing hypocrisy. He said France's support for Israel in Gaza and its backing of what he described as aggression against Iran had undermined its moral credibility.
President Donald Trump has reiterated his claim that Washington has total control of the Strait of Hormuz and called the U.S. naval blockade a wall of steel. In a social media post, Trump said Iran could do nothing about the blockade, as Tehran and Washington remain at odds over efforts to revive a June interim deal and end the war. The United States and Iran have agreed in principle to extend their 60-day ceasefire under the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, Pakistani government sources said Wednesday. Both sides have conveyed their consent to mediators, but the duration of the extension has yet to be finalized as Washington and Tehran continue exchanging messages. The ceasefire, brokered through Pakistan's diplomatic efforts, is scheduled to expire on August 17th. Talks toward a broader agreement have remained stalled over security guarantees and freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. On the other hand, Iran has rejected reports that the 60-day period set by the June interim ceasefire could be extended. An Iranian source told Reuters that there was no talk of an extension, arguing that the United States violated the agreement within 48 hours and withdrew from it days later. Iran's new security chief Mohsen Rezaiei has highlighted the strategic depth of ties with Pakistan, calling the country's government, military and people major assets of the Islamic world. Speaking to Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi in Tehran, Rezaiei said that existing political and defense ties should be used to expand bilateral cooperation.
US President Donald Trump has said that White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt will leave her post at the end of this month to spend more time with her children and family. At 28, Leavitt is the youngest White House Press Secretary in US history. She took office in January 2025 and has received praise from Trump for her performance and leadership. Leavitt has said on X that serving as press secretary had been the honor and adventure of a lifetime. Moderate David Crowley has beaten Democratic Socialist Francesca Hong in a tight race for Wisconsin's Democratic gubernatorial primary election, a closely watched vote seen as a key test for the appeal of progressive candidates in the battleground state. According to projections from US media, Milwaukee County Executive Crowley was chosen by Wisconsin Democrats over Hong. Moreover, in Minnesota, former MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell lost the Republican nomination for governor to Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives Lisa DeMuth, despite the vocal backing of Trump. President Abelardo de la Espriella has said that the death toll from an earthquake that struck Colombia on Monday has risen to 265. At least 3,494 people were injured and 496 remain missing, with rescue teams focusing on finding those still unaccounted for. De la Espriella has said, "Our efforts are focused on the disappeared." A total solar eclipse was witnessed across parts of Spain, Iceland and Greenland, briefly turning daytime skies dark as millions gathered to watch the rare event. People have used protective glasses to safely observe the eclipse, which was the first total solar eclipse visible from Europe since 1999. Near Iceland, totality lasted about 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Meanwhile, the eclipse began at 8:34 p.m. Pakistan time, peaked at 10:46 p.m. and ended at 12:58 a.m. However, the eclipse was not visible from Pakistan. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.